Listen, I'll tell you this though. I saw a speech that Donald Trump said, "I too am a nigga with attitude." And so it's gonna be a hard election, that's all I'm saying. The votes are looking thick.
One goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And the same, real niggas do real fucking things. Real
Ice Cube and Trump.
Oh, let's get it. Okay, so check this out. I was so many different sides. I was like, Ice Cube tripping. Then I heard Ice Cube playing when he had talked with Kumo. Then I was like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Then I heard somebody say, yes, I hear where you're coming from, but you're still tone deaf about certain areas. My conclusion was this. Okay. Ice Cube, you have a great plan. You're tripping about how you're going about it.
Okay. You're
tone deaf because coming to Trump, I get what your plan is, but Trump is definitely not someone, no matter what the plan was, that he's going to really help out. And I think that you should probably push his plan toward more black elites around your era that could probably make it work a little bit better in that realm. It may not be as big, but you can make some bigger change starting with your own people and that kind of as prospect.
At least as of late, I have been, just genuinely uninterested in what celebrities have to say or just rich people in general, because I know their perception is going to be skewed. Like, you're rich. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to be tone deaf in certain respects. So, as of late, because of that, I've just kind of been like, fuck them all. I also think the whole situation also speaks on that, little piece of commentary that, society in general today really likes to jump to conclusions before they look at the whole fucking story.
Yeah.
I.e. Ice Cube wasn't totally tone deaf. He was actually bringing up some
good
points about this shit.
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power, and I'm going to speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves.
That's another thing too. People be like, and the Democrats don't have. No, if you go to the fucking website, the Democrats been had a Black agenda plan. You know what I mean? And they were saying that we already have one. We're not even in office. Let us win this motherfucker, and then we'll look at what you're talking about. See, that got twisted to the Democrats said no.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Calm down.
Read.
Yeah.
They didn't just say no.
They said hold
the fuck on for a second.
Yeah. Like, you trying to make a plan, we ain't got no power to do nothing yet.
And we already got one that we plan on rocking with that we've been having on the fucking website for all these goddamn months.
Which nobody looks at, but nobody goes to that kind of social media. Like, who's going to Dems.gov or Republicans.gov? Like, well, that's not even in the regular
more need to
musings
more
things, you know what I'm saying?
More need to before they start talking shit.
That's a fact.
You ain't got no shit to talk, I ain't got no shit to say to you. Yeah. But if you the one that's gonna be out here talking the shit,
be informed.
Be informed on what you're saying.
Totally.
There's a possibility that if he don't win his presidency, he might go to jail. He got a lot of shit hanging over his head. This man's gonna fight tooth and freaking nail to stay in this goddamn White House.
Oh, you better give everything what you want. Race is what you want. This, niggas what you want. This, here. Guns for everybody. Go have a war. Like, so, this lady.
Do you think it's possible that if he doesn't win the election, he can possibly go? Well, I mean, possible. It's possible.
If you're in his position, dog, even if it's hard for you to go to jail, you don't have to spend the money or go through the rigmarole of fighting all these things that now a nigga come at you as a civilian with that's been on hold your whole presidency.
He's never gonna be a civilian.
He gonna hold out as long as the fuck he can, my nigga. Ice Cube looks like the black ham on the plate for someone like Donald Trump. He's been struggling with black voters. Like, there's some black people that do fuck with him, but for the most part, he struggles with black voters. Ice Cube is someone with a lot of credibility with black people, bro.
Very militant against the system.
Dog, anti-establishment music.
Anti-Trump for a lot
you
of
feel
years.
me? Yeah, dog. Like he is very. Because that was my big thing. We say jump to conclusions. I'm like, y'all can't just jump to calling Ice Cube no coon now.
Oh no, sellout.
Right, like they really went to that shit extra fast.
You know what I mean? Now,
Moving out your neighborhood, but I walk through the ghetto, and the flavor's good. Little kids jumping on me, but you wanna be white and corny, living way out. Food go home, spray painted on your house. Trying to be a devil, that's true, but ask yourself, who are they to be equal to? Get the hell out, stop being a Uncle Tom, you little sellout. House nigga scum, give something back to the place where you made it from before you end up broke. Mess around and get your ghetto pass revoked. I ain't saying no names, you know who you are, you little punk. Be true to the game. Yeah.
when you're a rich person and you have rich problems, you're going to have different things that you're going to be faithful to, or different things that you're going to have worries about that's going to be very disconnected from what our broke nigga worries is. Me as a broke nigga, while I'm broke, I can't think about what rich nigga worries are, because I ain't got none of them worries. But when that rich nigga come and try to tell me, dictate my life, but not dictating it in the manner of me, dictating in the manner that benefits him from my broke situation. You know what I mean? That's when it can become a problem.
Capitalism.
When you look at this plan, it doesn't for me feel like that's what Ice Cube is trying to do. But my thing is, I feel like he's misguided on, okay, like they often bring up, sometimes you got to work with the enemy. I feel like Ice Cube, you should have come earlier with this thing. You don't come at no sitting president that's on his last leg and needing a bump right before the election. Because what they did was they took his whole plan. They took it all in. It was like they took buku shit from his plan. And of course, because they need to bite something black and run with it to say, hey, look, we're doing things. And we're attached with Ice Cube. I'm like,
NWA niggas for life.
You know what I'm saying? It's so trippy because you know Ice Cube know the game. He ain't a dumb person.
You know, Donald Trump is what Americans love. Donald Trump is what Americans aspire to be. Rich, powerful, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be how you want to be. That's kind of been like the American dream. So he looks like a boss to everybody, and Americans love to have a boss. So, you know, that's his appeal to me. You know, do I think he's gonna do anything to help poor people or people that's struggling? No, because, you know, he's a rich white guy. How can he relate? You know, and he's always been rich. And, you know, being rich don't make you bad. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying, how can he relate? Right. How can he relate to the small guy?
And so it make me go like, bro, you really thought, I want to use ego in a way. You know what I mean? I think you really thought you were so much above everything because you do see the schematic of how both parties be fucking up everybody anyway. You do see that playing field, but you tried to jump a level because you think, because you see the situation, you can just look at it as if they're the same. And I'm like, even though from certain points of views, especially from your rich ass point of view, you can see how they're the same. When we talk about affecting poor people right now, specifically, and minorities and everybody on the fringes, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are not the same in those respects.
Right.
The parties are not the same in those respects. So when you give them any kind of energy or any kind of rope, it's like, yeah, I get you from that, oh yeah, nigga, they both out for that money. They both out for their own self-interest. We get all that. But from the very immediate, these politicians that Trump is throwing into office, these Supreme Court justices and judges and people that he's giving power to are not on our side. And if we keep this fucking presidency and this regime in, some shit can happen to you or your family member or more of us and people look like us, and we won't get no real justice or no real, nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. That is a very stark contrast between the two parties when it comes to certain things. We can debate everything else, my nigga. Don't come with the plan and cause all this rift the month before we going to vote, and you know what I mean? You're fucking Ice Cube. You know, come on.
Like, nobody told you that this wasn't a good idea right now? Like your timing was bad?
Come on. And that's the thing that gets me about some of us that get too smart for our own good, that we get into this level of tucking ourselves into being like, it's all the same. And I'm like, but you like they be honest, because some of us be like, fuck Kamala more than anyone else. Or some people be like, but I'm like, yo, but you gonna vote for Trump though? You know what I mean? That's all I was looking
So Trump and Pence got your vote, huh?
Is that about to change your mind?
Because I'm not hitting on your freedom of speech. It's kind of sucky that you might be influencing people dumber than you to vote for Trump. But I just gotta wonder, in all of your shit talking, but are you vote for Trump though?
I want to vote for Biden because he's better, smarter, better, and better. But I'm worried.
I'm worried too.
Because if Donald Trump isn't president,
then what are we gonna talk about?
Like, what will our conversations even be?
Because the only thing I've talked about for 4 years is Donald Trump.
every single day I tell someone, can you believe what Trump just said?
My entire personality is hating Donald Trump. If he's gone, what am I supposed to do? Focus on my kids again? No thanks.
I argue with my dad every day about Trump. Before this, we hadn't spoken in years.
I used to watch civil rights videos and wonder what it would be like to live in those times. Now, thanks to Trump, I get it.
Trump, since we've been gone, did not denounce those white supremacists.
Like, that's another thing, son. You want to do this after he's not denounced that?
But is he though?
No, but the thing is, I'm not expecting Trump to, because that's part of his base.
But I'm expecting Cube to recognize that and not like you won't come to a man who won't stand back and stand by niggas. That's the nigga you come to this plan for.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups?
Sure. I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But
you know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you the plan. He's gonna help you out. The stand back, stand by guy. Thank you, Ice Cube. I thought all your fucking talks about revolution and all your music that you've been doing from the 1990s and the 80s about fuck the police and the government and all that and the third and everything you said in your interviews and how many times you said and spoke against Trump since the 90s and everything you said before the election when he got elected the first time, all through the 4 years until this very moment. Now it's upon you, so you know what, Trump? I think you will help me out because I'm Ice motherfucking Cube, nigga. I got Cube vision. I'm about to make it Are We There Yet? 17, nigga. I'm on Barbershop 8.
Yo, what's up, Red? Thanks for the bite. Oh, what you got in my candy?
I thought you still had your Halloween candy.
I do, but I want red candy.
But I ate it all.
Give it up, Red.
Come on, Debo, stall them out.
Oh, what you got in my sweet tooth, honey?
I don't have nothing.
Yeah, you got something.
Why you tripping, Debo?
Be quiet.
Hey man, why you don't get back his candy?
What candy?
Yeah. What candy?
He see, like, from his perspective in the world, he does see the fuckery. Democrats be fucked up too. That party ain't perfect. You feel me? It's just so I feel like he sees the flaws in them both, and he's just looking at them both as like, I'm a hustle to get what the black people need. I see his intent. You just trying to get money out the rich people, no matter which side they on. I can respect that part of it, my nigga, but everything you said is still so real of. But dog, do you really trust the type of nigga that you've been speaking against your whole fucking career to really stand by his word and hold it down for us?
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, I said, that's such a terrible term because it's such a racist term. It's a term that sows division between blacks and whites and everybody else. And it's a very bad term for blacks. But they were very angry. It's a Marxist organization.
Maybe niggas ain't even in their tax bracket to vote for Trump, too. That makes me even more mad. Like, saying you vote for Trump, what Trump has ever done for you in even kind of tax bracket-wise? Like, you broke like the rest of us, nigga.
You know what? I'm going to say this, dog. It's a new thought I'm having. There's one good thing that Trump represents, right? But unfortunately, and it's baked within the reasoning of why he actually won the presidency. The problem is the wrong dude, the wrong human being, and the one. And that's of the way we're currently doing things and just trusting these career politicians with all their connections and all their fuck shit to like really look out for your common man, even though their self-interest is to keep things the way it is. That is a problem. So to have a radical element into all this might not have been the worst idea.
I don't think it was.
It's just the problem was Trump wasn't the person to do this.
Was it?
We need some new young politicians that know what they're talking about and know what they're fucking doing, son.
And
in their 30s.
And no, I want to underline all that.
If you weren't aware, West Virginia this week elected an 18-year-old college freshman to their state legislature.
18? I was that age not that long ago. We were in high school at the same time. I bet her friends were mean to me.
Her name is Sarah Blair from Eastern Panhandle and has never met you before.
Oh yeah. Blair was only 17 years old when she decided to end her childhood and give a go into the dark, dark world that is politics, probably due to the influence of her father, Craig Blair, a state senator from Martinsburg.
If we've learned anything here, kids, it's that you should do whatever your dad does.
Which is why I've decided to change my career into going to get cigarettes and never coming back.
Too real.
But what I want to say in that, on top of that too, is the word politician. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think the way that we, and I don't have all the answers, but I'm just looking at it from a peer view. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
The way that we look at government, of how politicians and lawyers and
judges, like chess pieces and boards.
Should be way more regular motherfuckers within these high-profile situations representing.
Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Yeah! Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders.
Just like people with more regular, regular perceptions of life.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. We're saying the same thing, but I want it to be said of politician is not necessarily a bad word, but it shouldn't be the only word within our government. And currently, that's what it feels like. Only thing we have is politicians and lobbyists. That's the only motherfuckers that's up here. You know what I mean? Politicians, lobbyists, and all these high money. And I'm feeling like more people should be like representing us that are us.
One goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And it's real niggas do real fucking things.